That's it. We've solved it. We've finally solved someone's problem.
Next problem.
That's a Banshee infestation you have there.
So, Chris, how do you feel?
You always come out with this. How do you feel?
Yeah.
And the start of every episode has been the same. I tell you I've been feeling good or bad or indifferent or my tummy's upset. And then I ask you, how do you feel? And you respond by saying, I've been watching Andor.
What's with this unprovoked attack, dude? What are you, America? Like, relax. What's with this attack?
It's not.
I finished Andor. I finished it. It's done.
Look, let's get Andor out of the way. Did
done.
You enjoy it?
Yeah, it's great. It's done. No more
done,
Andor. I'm never talking about it. I'm done.
And done. I like it. All right, that's more for the viewers because they're like, every week this guy's talking about Andor.
Yeah. but how do you feel though?
I feel great, man. We had a couple of good stand-up comedy gigs recently. Yeah, I'm feeling good. I could be going to the gym a bit more, but besides that,
yeah, no, I feel that. I think it's because there's a heat wave in Ireland now, so even the thought of me going to the gym like kills my head. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, like I hate the heat, man. I get so clammy and sweaty, man.
Same.
Like did you see my t-shirt last night after the gig?
Yes.
I looked like I was just dribbling on myself, man.
You looked like you did the Cork Marathon. It was great.
I know, yeah. 5 minutes at the Coco.
It's outrageous though. It's way too hot. I hate it. But you know,
what in where you're from in Germany, what was it like there compared to here in Cork?
Similar weather. The winters snowy though. We get really snowy, cold winters.
Snowy, cold, but your summers are hot.
Summers are also hot. Yeah.
All right, so you actually have normal weather according to movies.
Yeah, like you know what you see on the big screen.
What I see on the you know
when you see like the white stuff on the floor.
Snow, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes it's yellow.
That's fall. Is that what you're talking about?
No,
fall.
Sometimes the snow is yellow.
Sometimes this. After you piss in it.
After you piss in it, yeah. You ever write something in the snow with piss?
Is that? Do you remember last week's episode? Were you just fucking uncontrollably pissing into the snow?
Yes, that's what I would be doing.
Fix this. Fix this. We can't have yellow snow.
You ever watched the Omen, where it's like a child possessed by the devil?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just pissing like the devil's messages into the snow. And the whole village was like, he's a demon.
Satan was here.
He's a demon.
He's a demon.
Yeah, but
we don't get snow over here, man. But when we were young kids, what we used to do, it used to get cold enough that you'd get bottles of water, and we'd get like one footpath on the side of a hill, and we would just keep putting bottles of water on it until it became pure ice.
Make a ramp.
We would just slide down.
We would it was always so snowy. We would like tie sleds to the back of like our parents' cars.
Oh yeah,
and they would just
that's
speed us
fucking
around
dangerous.
The road. Oh, very dangerous.
Hit the brakes, you're done, man.
It was good fun though. It's what you do, dude. It's what
it is what you do.
We didn't have much entertainment, you know, like a birthday, like a special thing for a birthday. My village would be like one of the uncles brings down a tractor, and all the kids get to have a go at the tractor.
Really?
Yeah. That would be like a birthday thing. I had it about 7 different birthdays where we got to drive the tractor.
That's more Irish than Ireland.
I know.
To be honest,
telling everybody. I'm like from Offaly.
You're German Offaly. That's where you're from.
Offaly. But it's, you know, we did dangerous shit.
I'd love to see you in a tractor on the Autobahn, man. Just slow.
We had a guy in our class in school who drove a tractor to school.
Every day?
Yeah.
What year was this? What age were you guys?
The last 2 years of German school is like 16 and 17.
16 and 17. Did all the women love him?
No. I don't think it helped his reputation positively.
No?
No.
I think in my head, when you're that age, any vehicle is better than no vehicle, you know what I mean?
But we all drove.
Oh, did you all drive?
Yeah, everybody drives.
Okay. So, if everyone's driving cars and this guy's in a tractor, I get it.
Because you're taking a hour-long bus to school otherwise, so you learn how to drive.
What age were you driving at?
16.
16?
Yeah.
Are you? I don't even know what it's like over here in Ireland. Are you allowed to drive at 16? No, you have to be 18, I think.
In Ireland, I don't know. In Germany, you're allowed to. So you have like the learners thing, right? Where you have to drive with an adult.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Germany, usually people get their license at 16, and then they drive with an adult for 2 years until they're 18. That's like the law. And then after you're 18, happy days, you can drive by yourself.
Okay. I never knew. I never knew.
And everybody constantly breaks that law. Constantly.
Well, we break the law where you're driving unaccompanied, you know.
Yeah.
When I was a learner driver, it was probably 2 or 3 years where I just drove the car with no one next to me, you know.
Take off the L plate.
No, just claim schizophrenia. He's got a full license.
Well, you can't see him.
But you can't see him.
Well, you can't see him. He's right
mental.
there.
Yeah, immediately gaslight. Gaslight the Gardaí.
He's right there. He's right there.
And then drive on and say, leave go of the wheel. We didn't have much tractors down here in the city, but we used to. There was like a chicken van. He used to deliver chickens, but we used to jump on the top of his truck or on the back, holding on to like the bars while he was driving, and we found that very fun. Or the ice cream vans as well.
Yeah.
When the ice cream van pulled in, like. It was like cliffhanger because you barely had any room on the back of the van, but your fingernails would go on like the window, right? And then you'd have a tiny little spot for your legs, and you'd try and hold on as much as you can.
Sick.
Yeah, until you fall off.
Sick. I love it. You'd have to do dangerous stuff when you're a kid.
Yeah.
There's one thing my parents still bring up to me all the time, right? Every time we talk about stupid shit we do, they always bring this up. But there was a
Your
building.
adoption papers.
We haven't discussed that one yet.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's another thing my big sister used to do to try and convince me that I was adopted. That was like her favorite prank. But besides that, there was like this building site in our village. We're building a new family home, right? Like a big family home. And then there was like the small room that was supposed to be the bathroom later on. And there was a door. It was locked, but there was like a little slit at the bottom, like big enough for a child to like slip under. And I could see, I like looked through the little door so that I could see that there was a 6-pack of Coca-Cola. So I got on my belly, I slid underneath the door, and I drank the Coke, and I got stuck in there. Yeah. So I was in there for like 6 hours while we waited for the building team, just drinking all the Coca-Cola.
That is funny, man.
And they
Like
always bring
trap.
it up. Yeah, they always bring it up. Remember when you got stuck at the building site for Coca-Cola?
We used to do that as well. I would have been very big in hanging around construction sites.
Yeah, they're great.
Especially like hanging around construction sites when you weren't supposed to, like, you know. We used to have a construction site close to our house that anytime you'd go in there and they'd spot you, they'd have this big intercom go off, and it's like, please vacate the area. The Gardaí have been notified. Please vacate the area. The Gardaí have been notified. And there was always like one, like we would just stay there. The Gardaí wouldn't turn up. Like,
no. I was going to say, did you ever leave?
No, well, when you'd see the guards turn up or someone turn up at the main gate, you'd be like, all right, run, lads. You know?
Yeah.
But we did some crazy stuff, like the stuff that, geez, I wouldn't recommend anyway. But I remember in the attics, we ended up taking out a load of insulation, like, you know, the pink fluffy stuff that you have. And we put it in one of the gardens. And we put, maybe... the insulation of 2 to 3 attics were in one garden. You know, this was like a big bouncy castle thing. And then we were jumping off the roofs of the houses onto the insulation. Yeah.
That's good.
Crazy stuff.
That's good.
It's not good. Because I remember when I jumped off at one point, I remember going into the insulation, but like actually still hitting the floor, you know, like my legs still hit the floor through all the insulation. And I felt the shock go up my body. I was like, all right, not doing that again. And we used to run around the scaffolding as well.
Yeah.
That was dangerous as hell.
Our building sites were unsupervised because they're in a village, so the building site would just be like, you know, left alone.
Yeah, just someone's house. And
no one be there.
Builders and stuff. Well, this was a housing estate that was being built, you know. It'd be the same over here with just a standard house.
Yeah.
But this was a housing estate, so, you know, it was one of those vulture funds looking after it.
Vulture funds. The big man comes to take a shit on the little guy.
Exactly.
As usual.
Well, yeah, it was good fun. I do love my time in the building sites.
Yeah.
Never working.
I never They're good fun, though.
Did you ever do construction work at all?
No.
No? What was your, like, first job?
I worked at Greg's in England.
The sausage roll place,
I worked at the sausage roll place.
That's hard graft.
And I stole a lot of stock.
Did you? Was it sausage rolls?
Oh, it was fizzy drinks, sausage rolls, sweet treats. I'd be fucking like the guy from Dora, swiper. I'd be swiping.
Swiper,
yeah, I'd be swiping dude.
From Greg's.
I was swiping. I didn't care at all.
I never did any proper construction work, but when I was a young fella, I used to go around with my uncle and my dad, and they used to do stuff.
Oh, nice.
So I would have helped them out a lot. Probably my biggest construction project would have been I built a wall down. I built a wall down in Ardmore. Do you know Ardmore?
Yeah.
There's like a
Ardmore will pay for it.
We're going to build a wall. It's going to be a beautiful wall.
Ardmore is not setting their best.
It's going to keep the rest of Waterford out of Ardmore. They're going to have passports. But no, I love that wall. It was built with just stone and mud. There was no cement put into it at all. It was a proper old-timey,
nice. Sick.
I'll show you. Like, it's on Google Maps. I'll show you.
We did the same. We like tried building a hut in our garden for a while. Like we really wanted to build like a little house out of wood and stone. And it just turned into my dad doing all of it. Oh, we couldn't do it. We did build a ballista though. You know, ballista, the like big crossbows.
Did you build one of those?
Yeah, we built one of those.
You and your dad?
Yeah, me and my brother, and my dad helped us because he was like up to mischief with us a lot of the time.
That's actually unreal.
And we fired it, and it fired like the big arrow onto the neighbor's roof, and he started screaming at us. So we weren't allowed to again.
No,
no, never again.
I love this. Do you still have that? Because that's pretty cool, man.
No, that does burn. Yeah, we went. The mother was furious.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was so German. Mother was furious. Meine Mutter war sehr wütend. Oh yeah.
All your German stories sound like Peppa Pig episodes.
Yeah. Mother was furious, but Daniel apologized.
Daniel won't be so sneaky next time.
Daniel realized that building medieval siege weaponry in your garden is a bad idea.
I prefer you build that. What was it the other? You were building a hut, a camp,
We're
something
hut.
for the slaves or something. Why were you building a hut, Dan? Who was that for?
It was because we loved Age of Empires. That was like the real reason. That
really?
was legit, yeah.
Legit, just a little hut from Age of Empires.
It was a big hit in the household, so we were like, we want to build a house. It's so stupid, but yeah.
It's not stupid. I get it. It works.
We just love the idea. We love the idea of like building a hut. You know, just hitting the hammer on it until it's built.
Did you build the hut?
My dad did.
And did you use it?
It was there for a good 2 years, and then it got burned down.
Why does everything get burned down?
Because they love burning stuff. My parents are constantly burning stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I bet they were hoping you were in the hut. Hope he's in there with his little ballistic weapons.
His little siege weapons.
Hey, Dan's hut has the right to defend itself against your parents.
And then they huffed and puffed, blew it away.
All right, instead of doing this little therapy session we're doing, will we look at some problems?
Will we deal with someone else's problems?
We'll take a look. We'll take a look.
Yeah.
See how it's going.
My cock, strong start. My cock has a head, but it has eyes and ears and a nose and a personality too. His name is Cody Cock, and I hate it. What is the point?
That is, so he just told us the name of his cock.
My cock has a head, but it's like a riddle. One of these cocks always tells the truth, and the other one cannot lie.
I don't. It's just a stupid one.
It's
Cody the cock can fuck off.
It's like my cock has a head, but it has eyes and ears, and a nose and a personality too. His name is Cody Cock, and I hate it. What's the point? It's like a it's like a haiku.
All right. Listening to it there. Did he nickname his dick and give it all those features and stuff like that, and then say that he hate that he's done that? Is that, or is it something that like maybe a girlfriend has done for him?
I think it's a riddle. I genuinely think this is a riddle. This sounds like a riddle.
It actually does sound like a riddle. It does.
My cock has a personality. Who am I?
Yeah, I don't know what to say. Like you can change that easily, I guess. You know, I don't know. Well, I don't know what you want me to say there.
Fuck Cody the cock.
Fuck Cody.
Fuck Cody the cock. I'm gonna
take a picture and we'll make a model of Cody the cock. We can put him in between
there,
Satan and Saddam Hussein.
He can be between Satan and Saddam.
Cody the cock. Now that I keep saying it, I'm like a little mascot. Cody the cock.
Actually,
you should appreciate that.
It is quite good, Cody the cock. I'm around. I'm coming around.
I'm coming around to Cody the cock.
I'm really gonna read a real one. You remember you asked for paranormal experiences?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, someone send in my paranormal experience. When I was young, maybe 7, 8, I was staying in my grandmother's house. I was sleeping in the upstairs bedroom, and while laying in bed, had a straight view of the landing window. I fell asleep but woke up about 3 a.m. to a knocking on the landing window, which is on the second floor of the house, about 8 feet off the ground. When I went to check, I didn't find anyone. But the window... I didn't find anyone at the window but a young girl, maybe 18 years old, sitting on an old boundary country wall across from the house. She didn't move for what felt like ages, but just sat on the wall brushing her hair. After what felt like ages, she looked up to the window. So needless to say, I legged it back and hid under the blankets. I got brave for a few seconds and decided to pop my head out from under the blankets and look at the window while still in bed, to find her face staring back at me.
Oh, that is creepy.
Again, I jumped under the blankets with fear, but nothing happened for ages until I heard a loud scream from a female voice a few minutes later. I didn't come out from under the blankets for the rest of the night. I was woken up by my grandmother the next morning, asking me to wake up and come downstairs. When I did, I found 2 guards sitting in the kitchen. When I did, I found 2 guards sitting in the kitchen. They wanted to ask all neighbors if they heard or saw anything unusual yesterday or last night, as the next door neighbor was found dead this morning. I told the guards and my grandmother what I saw, but needless to say, they all looked at me as if I was mad. I've never seen or heard anything like it since.
That's like proper Banshee kind of story.
Yeah.
Like, have you heard the stories
like
of the Banshee
story
over here?
They carry kids away, is it?
No, so I guess the story goes that like if you hear a Banshee screaming, I guess someone is going to pass away.
Oh,
yeah. So it sounds very like the story of the Banshee.
That makes sense. It is that. That's probably what it is then.
If that's it, we've solved it. We've finally solved someone's problem.
Next problem.
That's a Banshee infestation you have there. I'd say skip the priest straight to bishop.
I think they have a poison for that at Eurogiant.
Go to Woody's. They have this lovely.
It's a Banshee infestation you have.
Banshee infestation. Yeah.
Well, you get on your hands as a Banshee problem, and honestly, we're not the people to help you with that.
That was a creepy one. I'm not going to lie. And if everything that person said is true, you know, the chances of just some woman brushing their hair on a wall.
I'm gonna be a bit of an asshole. I don't believe this.
I know you don't believe in this.
I think this is a lie.
I think
whoever submitted that saw like a weird looking kid and get freaked out. That's what happened. They saw like a weird looking child and they're like, ah!
But did it not say that there was like a scream?
Yeah, that's all made up.
Yeah, look. All of this stuff could be made up, you know. It could easily be made up. But if what that person is saying is true, definitely Banshee infestation.
Yeah. Actually, why am I trying to... The problem is solved.
The problem... We finally solved the problem, then. There's a Banshee right there.
Yeah, I know me one of those.
Just a southern guy, you know, with the belt, you know. He's got the full tool belt on.
Scratching the chalkboard.
Yeah, it looks like he got a Banshee up here. Could be a demon. Could be a demon, but I'm just not getting the vibe. I love that, man. I don't know. Weird shit happens, and sometimes it can't be explained. Maybe it was just a girl on a night out waiting for a taxi.
Night out.
Yeah, night
you sound like a child.
What?
It sounded like a child.
Oh, like a 14-year-old kid.
No, he said 17, 18 actually.
17, 18.
Yeah, fair. That might be a girl running out then. Maybe that was just a walk of shame someone was doing.
Just a walk of shame.
Out,
And just brushing her hair before she went back home.
Yeah.
Because it looked awful. Yeah.
She is like,
Well, explain the scream in that theory.
The neighbor murdered his wife. There you go. Easy. It's fucking Ireland after all.
Yeah, I guess we need more context for this one. You know, like was the neighbor found dead with like a hairbrush in her neck? You know, I don't know. I'm gonna read out a suggestion now.
Do it. Take one of them.
I will. All right.
What category are we going for, Chris?
Let's go work and career. Career.
Let's do work and career.
All right. I have been stuck in the same position for months without ever getting any talks of promotion. I'm very good at my job, so I don't understand.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. That's
an actual problem.
That's like you're very Banshees.
Yeah.
Well,
Release a Banshee in the workplace.
See, what you got here is a Banshee infestation. I'm dropping shit again.
You always, every episode since we've been
but
here.
But you see that, I landed like this, I like bottle flipped.
You're trying to do mad podcast tricks over
that was pretty sick, actually. I don't know, man. That sucks. When you feel like that work, that really sucks.
When you're stuck, you feel like you're good at your job. There's no promotion talk coming up.
I do feel like in like corporate environments, they don't promote the people who do like the most work either.
I feel like it's more, you kind of have to chase it. They're not going to chase you to give you extra money.
Yeah.
So for me, if you feel like you're actually really, really good to the point where you definitely are going to get a promotion if it was there, you just say it to your manager. Just be like, look, I'm definitely beyond where I need to be. Give me this promotion. I need something.
Yeah.
And see what they say. And then you kind of realize whether they value you or not.
I guess so. Yeah. I don't know. Just the corporate jobs I was in before, there wasn't an application process for a promotion or anything.
There never,
people they just pick somebody to promote, you know.
Yeah, there never is. And I don't know if you've been in many in Ireland, but there is a bit of nepotism going on. I think it's more networking than anything, you know.
Yeah, 100%.
Like I've worked jobs where I know I've been really good at the job, and I've had like two-way approaches to the job, or whereas like one way I'm like, fuck management, I'm not even going to talk to them, you know, and then you never get any promotion or anything like that. And then the other job is like, I'm going to be a preppy happy boy to management, you know what I mean? And just because of that, and that being the only like real difference between the two jobs, you know, you would get the promotions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So there is a bit of nepotism involved. You kind of have to become friends and pally. I don't know, but you know how I feel about the corporate world. It's a bit culty, like.
Yeah, it is.
It is a bit culty.
I guess. But they also don't, I guess, they don't want to have to promote and work with people who they don't like, you know.
That's
that
true
kind
too.
Of make sense.
That's true too.
Would just be painful.
This person might actually be horribly shit at their job. We don't know.
This person might be a real fucking asshole.
Blissfully unaware that they're so bad at the job.
And this person might be like a huge cunt. We don't know. It could be. It is the awfully racist at work. We don't have these promotions.
It's not that you're bad at your job. It's kind of the racism thing.
Yeah, and I know why he got the promotion. It's because of fucking diversity.
I'm telling you, it's all politics. Like, it's all politics in the workplace. I hate that.
It's all politics, boy.
I hate that. I don't like the promotions either. Putting you on a pedestal for an extra 20 cents a year. Like, you know, that's nah. No. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about your job. Quit. Don't worry about the promotion. I don't know. It's as simple as that. Ask. Go up and say, I deserve a promotion. Give me a promotion.
That's the answer to a lot of fucking things, man.
Just
ask.
Be direct.
Yeah.
Be direct, but not to the point where you're a dickhead.
Yeah.
Because that's probably why you haven't been promoted as of late.
Yeah. Just asking for something you want solves like so many problems. Not the Banshee thing, but a lot of would you mind? Sorry, would you mind? I'm trying to fucking sleep here.
Sorry, can you fucking quiet your Banshee down? We have 2 kids in the house, like. And you have to fucking Banshee. Go train the fucking thing. Train the fucking thing if you're going to have one. I will fucking call ISPCA to get that Banshee removed.
There's other people too.
I feel like every suggestion is going to reference the Banshee going forward.
The Banshee just really
the Banshee solution.
I can't imagine. I just can't stop thinking about it now. You put it in my head of like screaming things, you know, screaming ghosts, screaming ghastly women.
Screaming well, I never said they were ghastly.
Oh, okay. Are they hot like?
I've never seen a Banshee.
Okay.
Have I told you my Banshee story? I'm pretty sure I brought that up in the podcast.
I don't think so. You have a Banshee story.
Yeah.
You know they're not real.
I know they're not real. But I'm pretty sure I brought it up in the podcast before. No?
One time I watched Banshees of Inisherin.
So I was seeing a girl. I was 17. I was seeing a girl out in Glontown, you know, a very fancy spot, you know, big houses, you know, all on an acre of their own land and whatever. And I would call out to her house, but I was never allowed to stay in her house, you know.
Okay.
Her mum was always like, no. So I was always heading home, which was like a half an hour walk to the train station, then, you know, train into town, and then I had to go home from there. But there was one night where... There was a couple of nights where I'd sneak in through her window. I'd leave the house, sneak back in through her window.
Nice.
And and I'd pretty much stay in her house, and then the next day, whatever, you know. There was one day where her mum wasn't there at all, so I stayed up in the house, and she was being picked up by one of the neighbours from down the road to go somewhere.
Yeah.
And he was picking me up as well, but I was only supposed to get there that morning, right? So that night, when we were in the house, we ended up hearing a scream, like a Banshee scream. It sounded like a fucking woman wailing, like it was fucking crazy, right? I was like, what the fuck is that? I wasn't used to this country living at all. And I ended up waking up that morning, and I had to walk all the way down the Glontown hill and make it look like I was coming to the house for the first time that day. So I was walking up the hill. The guy that was meant to pick us up drove past me, you know what I mean? So it was so believable. And then I got up to the house, and we both jumped in the car, and we were driving on anyway. We were just chatting away about random stuff. And he just goes, come here. He turned to her. He was like, Did you hear that fox screaming last night? And I just shouted, fuck, I thought it was a Banshee, man. And I just gave it away. I just instantly, where were you? That you heard the fucking Banshee scream.
You snitched on yourself.
I snitched on myself. It was one of my dumbest moments.
Maybe
man.
that was like a trap he said as well. He might
have known.
He might have known what he was doing.
Yeah. He might have exactly known what he was doing. I can't even remember his reaction after that. I don't think anything happened, but it was one of those scenarios where I was just like, oh, you dumb fool.
Yeah. Should we try a non-Banshee related problem?
Yeah. Do you want me to?
Yeah. Do you want to take one or should I take one? Up to you. Who did the last one? I think you did the last one, right?
1 second now. Sorry about this noise.
Sorry. Alessia's going to kill you.
I'd like to apologise to Alessia and the Greater Fearless Network digital production podcast people.
I have one.
Go for it.
Hi, Chris. Why are you so sexy?
Oh, is it my turn for people to jump on me?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm that sexy.
It's not asking you to fucking give your opinion. It's asking why you are so sexy. No one cares how you disagree with it. You have to explain why you are so sexy. They already established your sexiness as a fact.
I maintain optimum levels of tobacco smoking to maintain a certain raspiness to my voice. I will not sleep over 5 hours a night so that there's a little bit of darkness to my eyes. These wrinkles, they're just naturally coming through. I didn't actually do anything much, you know what I mean? I got the forehead wrinkles going on up here, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it looks like a ploughed field.
It's not bad,
It's not bad.
People like wrinkles.
Do you think I'm sexy then?
Yeah.
That was very fast.
Yeah. Do you think I'm sexy?
Then what's sexy?
Do you think I'm sexy?
Do
you think I'm sexy?
In an Aryan kind of
way.
Do
you think? Yeah. Thank you.
I do think. I do think you're sexy. Then I see you walk, and then you walk like Shrek. Get off my swamp. But when you're stationary, you're one of the sexiest lads I know. Yeah,
I will never move again
for your own sake. Or when you move at nighttime so people don't see. You know?
Oh yeah. Only move in the shadows.
Yeah, move in the shadows. I could just bumble along. I'm joking.
There's no more submissions about you being sexy. So it was only one.
It was only one.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that submission. I'm solving the problem.
I was once, another problem solved. Good work.
Thanks. I'm a fucking problem. Get me a fucking crossword puzzle.
We're flying through them today, dude. We've solved 2 people's problems.
We've solved the Banshee. Yeah. We've solved why am I so sexy.
Yeah. We did more than solve the Banshee. We gave him like a quota. Like we told him what the infestation was. We gave him some advice. We did like a proper job on it.
Yeah.
Like we'd have to see the place for more info. But
all right, give us another one.
I was once at a house party and was looking for the toilet and opened a door that I thought was it. But opened the door to a fella I knew getting spit roasted by 2 other fellas. None of them stopped.
Oh, do you work for Stryker?
Oh, you can't just drop the Striker party.
That sounds like the Striker staff party, man.
You can't just. You need to expand on the law if you're going to drop the Striker parties.
I can't. I signed an NDA. No, I'm joking. The Striker, you know the Striker.
Yeah. But
story.
people might not know.
Well, of course. Okay, so there was a company over here called Stryker. They went on a staff party that turned out wild, mental night out, people doing all debaucherous things. And I think it resulted in like 10 people getting fired the next day. But
oh my God.
It could be over exaggerated. This is like a story that keeps getting passed on, and you know, people at this point are like, even P. Diddy was at the Stryker party. You know what I mean? Like it's getting out of hand.
Baby oil.
Yeah. The entire budget went on baby oil. I'm sorry, guys. No drink vouchers.
I found it funny though. They made like a statement. They made like a public statement, like a cancelled celebrity. Did you see that?
I didn't see the
Stryker
statement.
was like, all the allegations are wrong. It's all lies. We unequivocally deny all of them. It was real PR shit.
Oh, like I don't know, dude. I loved when that story came out, and I love doing stand up and when there's people from Stryker in, because it's just so weird. Like you bring that up, and it's like they're nearly sworn to oath not to say anything. And it makes me more curious then. I'm like, tell me.
You wouldn't be able to help yourself.
I can't. Yeah. Do you remember there was one time in the Roundy where it was a Stryker staff party?
Really? I don't remember that.
I don't remember it. I was like, I couldn't get anywhere else. Had to come to a comedy club.
Stay out the toilets, lads.
And I went really hard. I was like, you're the manager. Were you there? Were you at the party? I don't know. I like making people uncomfortable.
That is very funny. Are you responsible?
Are you responsible? Yeah. And they were very silent, man. That was the scary thing. It made them culpable in my eyes.
Made them look more guilty.
But there was one guy. He was like, I only started 3 months ago. That happened 2 years ago.
That's hilarious.
But yeah.
Do you want to read one out?
Go on, I will.
I mean, what
was that one?
We kind of, yeah. The guy getting spit roasted. Another problem solved. Well done, me and Chris. Another conundrum solved. Good.
No, we just talked about the Stryker party there.
You ran into your friend getting spit roasted.
Hey, read that one again. Did he say? Did he say he was at a house party?
Okay, I'll give him another. I feel like we dealt with him, but
we didn't deal with him. We just what happened in there was like, that reminds me of this, and we veered off. That's what happened.
I was once at a house party and was looking for the toilet, and opened a door that I thought was the toilet. But opened the door to a fella I knew getting spit roasted by 2 other fellas. None of them stopped. Lol.
Okay. Well, did he put a lol at the end? I feel like this dude's kind of cool. I feel like he doesn't give a fuck that he's seen it.
Yeah.
I don't feel like he's here to solve the problem. He's like, this is a funny thing that happened.
Yeah, this happened.
Yeah. Lol. So I feel like I'd be in the same situation. I'd just be like, whoops, and then I'd have a little giggle and I'd walk on.
Yeah, I mean, what else are you gonna do?
Well, yeah, you know.
You can't like give. Are you gonna give out to him? Like,
stop this!
Saw you getting spit roasted by 2 men, not 1 but 2.
It's absolutely fine as long as it wasn't during the COVID times. Because when we were in locking down, you had that 6 foot.
Lads, at least keep the distance, lads.
Keep
Come
the
on now.
yeah.
Come
Keep
on.
the distance, lads.
None of them are eating a meal either.
Were any of them rugby players?
Oh,
No, I think that's just like, who cares? I'd love to know if this guy talked to that guy afterwards about
Probably.
it, you know? And I'd like it if the guy getting spit roasted was just like, what of it, dude? You know? Who cares?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're at a house party and the door is not even locked, I don't think he really cares.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too much stuff on his mind then, but...
Yeah. A lot of stuff on his mind.
Have you ever walked into anything like that?
No. I've never walked on somebody riding.
I don't think I have either.
I would be too shy, I think.
Well, I'd just walk back out, like...
I would just like, if I could even have the inkling of a door being closed or something, I always knock.
Yeah?
Always, like... There's
Yeah.
no chance. I never just walk into a room that might be occupied. Even if it's like a bathroom that's clearly empty, if the door's closed, I have to check.
Yeah. I
just
guess I'm
can't-
the same.
can't,
I'm the
yeah.
same.
Because but people do that to me when they just walk in my room, I'm furious. It really pisses me off.
So with this one, Dan, it's not problem solved. There's no problem.
Problem solved.
Problem solved.
Another job well done.
Another-
Dan and Chris,
Dan-
let's go. Let's go.
Weirdest handshake ever, but look.
It's because we're so far away. We have to do a remote handshake.
Do you know what I don't like, Dan? I don't like that you have my tree.
Your tree.
My tree.
Look, I
got
just get
moved
fed
over
up
there.
with you having the plant. I really wanted the plant. So,
Did you?
yeah.
Is this an executive decision? Like, what happened here?
No, I came in before everybody. It was when you guys were still in there, and I swapped the two plants just so I could have this.
That was like my comfort tree.
No.
Yeah.
But the real reason is, as Alessio was explaining earlier, the last 2 episodes we did, my camera was fucked up, so I've looked shit for the last 2 episodes where you've been looking great. Yeah,
Thanks,
great,
Alessio.
in focus, lovely colors. I've just been looking bad. So unless you gave me the plan today, it's like a consolation
Consolation
prize.
prize,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Of like,
Yeah.
maybe this can save Dan's reputation.
I've been talking to the plant the entire time.
Yes, I've been talking to the plant.
I've just been bypassing you straight to the plant. How do you feel?
There's a little guy sitting in there.
All right. Well, look. Do you know what? It actually looks nice over there. I'm not going to complain too
Yeah.
much about it.
The red one is there as well.
The red one. Yeah, that's there. It's nice. It's all right. It's okay.
Another problem solved.
It's like I'm getting hotel lobby vibes. off
Yeah.
that.
Oh, hotel lobby, but like a cool hotel, like a cheap hotel where the entire room is one bed. You know what I mean?
Is that what vibe you're getting? I was thinking like more of Jury's Inn, you know?
No.
Bewley's Hotel.
No, I'm thinking like
They've got-
the hotel where the entire room is one bed, and people book it for one night, and the only thing they use it for is riding,
All right.
and that's like it.
All right, fair. Yeah, I can see it. I'm going to move on to a problem then.
Yes. Enough talk about the plans. Plan talk.
All right.
Yeah.
I have been working on a project for a while now, and my colleagues keep hitting the mic. I'm on the 5th therapy session, and I can't stop thinking about that 120 hertz bump. Was this you, Alessio?
I wonder who that was.
I wonder who that could have been.
was.
I don't think he'd say 120 hertz bump though. So I actually was it you?
Look at who else would it be? That way, no one would be like, "Oh, let me submit in this podcast where the dudes keep hitting the mics about how
We
other
do
dudes
keep
are
hitting the mics though.
Yeah.
Even like I touched this thing a couple of times, and all I could hear was the tiny boing, and I'm just like, oh, Alessio hates me right now.
I feel like we could play it like an instrument.
Play an instrument.
Yeah, where you could just
Boing. It sounds like
he's getting nervous. I don't want to.
Yeah. What are the percussions like on this thing?
I'm gonna bring some sticks in next.
Hold
to
on, lads. I want to play a song for you. Just play it like a guitar.
Imagine if
Christy
you
Moore all the way.
imagine if like randomly during the episode you were like, hold on 1 second, as you whipped out an acoustic guitar.
Yeah, I'm an ordinary man. Just a full blown episode.
Just do an entire song beautifully. Anyway, do you want me to read out a problem then?
Now that you say it, I could try.
Yeah.
I'll try learn a song on the guitar just to play on the podcast.
Yes, that's a great idea. We'll write a song.
But I play a tiny little bit of guitar. And I find it impossible. This is how bad I am at guitar. I find it impossible to sing while I'm playing guitar.
Oh,
it throws me off.
Yeah,
It's like that thing, the patting your head and rubbing your
It's
tummy.
really hard. It's really hard to like multitask like that. It's really hard.
I didn't realize how hard that was singing while playing guitar. I thought I thought I'd get used to it, but it just throws me.
You like playing the guitar though?
I do like playing guitar.
Yeah. You always tell me that you play it. It's nice.
Yeah, but I'm useless, what I mean?
Yeah, but it's
But if I
cool.
can string together a couple of chords, I'm like, yeah.
Let's go.
But I haven't been good with the guitar. I haven't played the guitar in a while now.
Just play like 2 chords over and over again, right?
Well, you can, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That'll be sounding pleasant.
But the way I practice guitar, I never got guitar lessons. I literally go, what song do I like? And then I look up the tabs and stuff for that song, and I try and find a guy. Like, this is how I started. I tried to find a guy playing that song, and I'd pause it, go back, see exactly what chords he was doing, and just complete imitation. That's the thing. And
That's how you learn these things, though, no?
Yeah, I guess so. Some people learn it different ways, or you might learn a chord by chord.
Because when I was trying to learn the piano for like 2 weeks before I gave up. It was the same thing. It was just like, oh yeah, this is the keys you press.
Yeah,
work away.
But some people learn it where it's like, this is A, this is C. They learn all the chords first.
Oh, actually write music and stuff.
Yeah, well, not writing it, but they'd learn, the alphabet before they start learning sentences. I feel like I started learning sentences before I learned the alphabet.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I learned it. Like my first song, most people's first song on the guitar is Wonderwall because it's a couple of chords, very easy chords to swap between. But I didn't.
Maybe.
Wanna be the one that saves me.
That's gonna be your next podcast. 1 second, guys.
But here's the thing: I've never learned Wonderwall. In my weird head, I was like, I'd love to learn guitar without ever learning Wonderwall, even though it's easy. But I've never played Wonderwall once. But my first song was "Shallow" by Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga. That's the first song I could play.
Crazy.
Yeah, crazy because it's finger picking as well. So you're picking, you're plucking away.
What a random useless song to learn.
It was a random useless song.
No one's ever like, hey, can you play "Shallow" by Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga?
It's the opening chord, man. I love it. I just love that noise. I love that noise, so I wanted to learn that.
My brother, he learned.
My brother,
he learned guitar when we were young, and the only song he learned was "Smoke on the Water."
Yeah,
but he learned that real good. That was sick. Dun, 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 dun,
bum, bum.
Awesome.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
Awesome.
I didn't want to learn an instrument. I wanted to learn Alanis Morissette's 1,000 Miles on every instrument. I didn't want to learn an instrument, but I would love to know one song across all instruments. And I thought what is it? What's her name?
I don't know
what did I say?
I don't know. I was surprised you knew her name.
The 1,000 Miles song, anyway. I wanted to learn that on everything.
Especially on piano, because you can go like 80 miles an hour down the highway with it.
On the back. I love that you just remembered the video.
The video is iconic. They're driving down the highway with the piano, dude. It's fucking sick.
It's actually sick. It actually is sick.
They really were cool with that one.
So I guess that'll be my goal, to learn that song or even the intro to that song. Because you imagine I could just whip out a trumpet and just go straight onto the guitar. Over the piano.
Keep swapping.
Keep swapping.
Yes. That's a good idea.
And then people be like, oh my God, he's so good. No, you've seen the extent of my power. That is all I know.
All I know.
All right. Will I read?
Yeah.
I'm still in the work stuff. I'm going to move off of that.
Now move off the work stuff, Chris.
Will we do big world problems?
I think I did all the big world problems.
All right.
There's a lot in wildcards, right? Or did we do them? Just
all right. There's one here. One here. It's in technology and social media.
Yeah.
And it goes, those new AI singing advertisements, I have a problem with them. Do you know the ones?
Oh, is this like the ones where they make like little songs to advertise stuff to you?
I think it's like they can take people's voices, or they can take celebrity voices and make them sing songs.
Because the one I've seen is like, it's like this like AI animation with an AI song where they're like, are you feeling sad? Are you feeling depressed?
Oh, I've seen,
you know, like that stuff.
I've seen those ones as well, you know.
They're pretty freaky, I agree, I don't like them.
Yeah, I don't like those either. Is that what they're on about? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Where it's like, men's health is going down the Swanee.
Did you sleep in this morning?
I thought it was on about, like, you know, the way they do celebrities in the AI voice.
Oh,
like, do you know the way they have like Eric Cartman from South Park doing like, hello from the other side. He's actually banging on the AI voice. All the Cartman songs have been fucking lit.
I think that's probably less the case for ads. Because if you still have to buy the rights to the person, thing. Yeah, you get slapped real hard if you're not careful with that.
True. Yeah. That's the only one I've heard though, that depression one, you know.
Yeah.
Where it's like, man, anxiety disorder is real. I don't know how it goes.
€5 a month.
yeah.
It's pretty insidious, man. It's pretty
Talk
fucking
about
insidious.
your issues and there won't be issues. Yeah, I agree with you, dude. I don't like them either. I don't like them.
No, fuck them.
Fuck those AI music.
Fuck
things.
those AI ads.
And you know what else? While we're at it, fuck that Timu song as well. Ba ba Timu. Na 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 na. Every fucking ad. Na 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 na.
You know, I think Just Eat just did it, and it was good.
I know what you mean.
And then everyone like tried to copy, like having a cool jingle.
Cool little jingle.
Yeah.
I hate the Timu one specifically.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Do you pay for YouTube Premium?
No.
No, I don't either. I have friends that pay for it, and they keep telling me, "Oh, life is beautiful on this side of
those guys.
You know, they're like, "What Timu ads? What?" I don't know what the common people are listening to these. You know, that's the fucking vibe. And
Makes me feel like I'm watching TV though. It's part of the experience.
I don't know, man. I grew up with YouTube being free, and to me, YouTube will always be free, and I'll never cave to the pressure.
10-minute upload limit.
Yeah, but like,
you watch an episode of a TV show in 6 parts. Episode 1, part 1. Episode 1, part 2.
But like, even when the ads come on, I just turn around sometimes. Like, I'm not going to pay attention to your ad. You might think I am, but I'm not. I'm like,
I beat you, sir.
And then they do the annoying thing where they do the double ad on you. On YouTube.
Double ad is horrible.
The double ad is the worst.
Unskippable double ad.
Oh, it's the worst. It is the worst. It is definitely the worst.
It's especially the worst when you get an unskippable double ad and you literally just fill it with depression about it. And then the fucking second ad is like, are you feeling sad? Are you feeling depressed? And you're like, yes, I am. You're not helping.
You're not helping.
You're not helping at all.
The ads aren't even that good, like.
No one puts in the right effort.
No. So yeah, fuck AI. How do you feel about AI actually?
I'm not an AI hater.
You're not an AI hater?
I'm not an AI. I like AI.
Are you saying that so the AI doesn't rise up against you?
No, I'm like a big robotics nerd. I love any futuristic shit.
Yeah,
anything that's like the future or robots. I'm like, that's cool.
I like that as well.
I want robot legs, brother. I want Deus Machina shit, dude. I want robot legs. I want a robot cock.
I think if you had robot legs as well, you might walk sexily. Might start that whole Shrek swamp thing you've got going on.
I can do a strut.
I can do a strut. Just walking around strut. Increase hip movement by 43%.
Yes, dude. I have fucking Patrick Starr's legs from the SpongeBob movie when he's got like the long boots. That's gonna be me.
I feel like I'm like you. I would go full cyborg as well.
Yeah,
but a part of me is getting afraid. Like, would you get something implanted like the Neuralink that Elon does?
Yeah.
Would you definitely do that?
Yep.
Yeah.
If it like not immediately, obviously, I would probably give it like
if there was tests.
10-15 years after they're released or something. But yeah, I would.
Well, how could you trust it?
If I just think it's cool. There's not much more going on in my brain besides thinking robot shit is cool. I just think it's really cool. I think AI is really cool too.
I guess so.
People are like, oh, this is the death of human creativity. It's like, no, AI is pretty shit at drawing still. It's fine.
Like, one of the things that I'm like recently I've been like seeing statistics where it's kind of like, oh, Ireland, 48% of Ireland think this and 20% think that, and I'm like, I've never done any of these surveys. Like, where are the people doing these surveys. Like
They do. It's very small surveys usually.
yeah. They usually do a small pool of people. But if everyone had a chip, they would instantly know that information.
Yeah.
You know, so like I don't know. That's a scary thought to me.
Well, it doesn't mean they can. It doesn't mean they can read your thoughts because
No, I'm not
learning
saying.
chip.
Yeah, I'm not saying they can read thoughts. They don't even know what thoughts are. It's just electric
There
pulses.
isn't a fucking Professor X sitting in a chair somewhere connected to the mega computer.
Connect me to Cerebrus. Oh fuck! 2 unskippable ads.
Are you feeling sad? You lost your ability to walk. What's that fucking X-Men quote?
What?
The quote he has about his mind.
Oh, you on about your bad self?
Yes, what's the quote he has?
My mind's not crippled.
But my mind's not crippled. Oh, great.
Check that out. Your Bad Self. It was like a sketch show from Ireland back maybe about 10, 15 years ago. And it has like Donald Gleason's son. Is it? Or it is
It's Donald Gleason. Yeah, he's really young.
Yeah, and he's in it. Yeah, that's all you need to know. Your Bad Self.
It's very
Unreal.
funny.
Very funny stuff.
But my mind is not crippled.
My mind.
It's such a
No, what
banger
was it?
quote. It's such a banger quote, dude. Unbelievable.
But a crippled man can't help. My mind is not crippled. That's what it is.
Yes. Yeah, such a banger.
I love those. And ye lads as well. I don't know if you've seen it, but
Stop pitching your show.
I'm
to
pitching the
staff.
show. I'm pitching. Check it out now. Get your phones out.
Chris gets royalties.
I wish. Shout
I
out
wish.
to me, Donald, please.
Yeah,
Give me
hey.
a shout out.
Donald Reed. I wouldn't lie to you.
All right, let's do another.
You want to read one out?
submission?
I got it
I'll
open. I
You wanna
already
go
have
for
it
it?
open. I already have it open. Vampires, real or not?
Vampires, real or not? Well, obviously not, right? If you want my real answer, no, vampires don't exist. Lot of snakes out there, though.
Yeah, vampires.
Taking worse things from you mentally than your blood. Like,
Vampires on it.
have you seen What We Do in the Shadows?
No, yeah.
Have you seen the TV show?
Yeah.
Do you know they have the daylight vampires
Yes.
where they drain your energy
Yes,
by
yes.
just being fucking
When
annoying?
he goes into the office and he just annoys everyone.
Yeah, annoys
It's
everyone. They're like,
brilliant.
this guy again. And he
Brilliant.
just feeds off of people's energies.
Yeah.
That to me is the closest to a vampire we'll ever have. Like that to me, I was like, when I seen that, I was like, okay, those vampires are real.
Yeah.
Like, I know people that would just
Energy
fucking
vampires.
drain you. Yeah.
Energy vampires, they call in the show. Yeah,
It would be cool if they were real though.
Yeah. I mean,
But-
it's just not. Dude, vampires are just from fucking Dracula, like, and that's a book someone came up with. It's like a novel a guy came up with, like, less
Speaking
than
of
100
books
years
that
ago.
people came up with.
Yeah. What do you mean?
I'm only joking.
What book?
What
What are you referencing,
I'm not
Christopher?
referencing anything.
What are you hinting at, Christopher?
I'm hinting at
Christoph?
Diary of a Wimpy Kid books. That's what I'm hinting at.
He also asked lizard people real or not.
Are lizard people
It was the
real?
second part of the same question.
Why has no one done lizard people versus vampires actually? Because that'd be a good. I'd
movie.
watch that movie.
Good movie.
I'd
yeah,
watch
yeah.
that.
Lizard
you know?
people versus vampires.
Yeah.
It's like the elites of one
And-
country are
and
lizards
we
and
could
the other
get-
ones are vampires.
Yeah, we could get Matthew Broderick then to fall in love with one of the lizard people.
Oh, yeah.
Because he fell in love with Godzilla.
Oh yeah, that's
Remember
true.
that movie?
Yeah.
That was a fucking
He
banging
can,
movie.
he can kiss the lizard and then it turns into a real prince.
We talked about the lizard one before. I like the lizards.
I do like the lizard stuff.
I like
man.
the
it's
idea.
It's psyched out, so it's fun.
Yeah, I like the idea that we could have lizard people going around the place.
I like those conspiracy theories. I don't like the ones that are like, oh, the moon landing's fake. I like the ones that are like crazy. Like, come out with something crazy, you know? Don't come out with something boring.
With the vampire one, going back to it, if I said to you, right, one night we're out having a drink and I'm like, Dan, I've been alive for 200 years. I'm actually a vampire. And It's up to you. Do you want to be a vampire or not?
Oh yeah, yes, immediately.
Would you say
yeah,
yes
100% immediately? Yeah, you're joking.
Yeah, but you're going to be my little slave bitch for 80 years before I turn
Nah. That wasn't in the agreement.
You didn't let me finish. You didn't let me finish, Dan. You think I'm just giving away a vampirism for free?
I'll be like that.
I'll just bite your neck for free, Dan.
I'll be like that 90-year-old man who follows you around.
Follows me. Yes, master.
When can I become a vampire, master?
Yeah.
Any day now.
Any day.
We'll sort it out in the morning.
Again, yeah, what we do in the shadows does that perfectly as well. I think they've really nailed the vampire.
That's the best vampire thing.
Best vampire thing ever.
Yeah. But hey, vampires are unreal.
Lizard
people,
real.
I would believe more than vampires, to be honest. And I don't
They're
think
not
lizard
real
people.
either.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
But it's more realistic to me because vampires is just someone made that up in a book. Like
Someone made it up in a book.
They'd be like, do you think Sauron is real? No. We just somehow believe vampires are like they're not a mythological thing. They're just
we're not gonna guys, we're not here to believe anything in books that you write down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who's to know though?
Yeah.
Who's to know? You know?
I would never just believe something someone wrote in a book.
I'm doing my darn hardest not to say stuff here, Dan.
I know, but it's funny. What book are you referencing, Chris? What book are you referencing?
It's a couple of them. A couple of them start with T. You know.
Oh, okay. Not T-O.
T.O. That's one.
That's one of them.
Yeah.
That's one. Oh, that's a good. I know what series you're on about. I don't know which book, but I know the series.
By Brandon Sanderson. The Torah by Brandon Sanderson. Oh, lads. I don't know.
Lads.
We've always said to ourselves, eventually we're going to end up talking about the whole Israel thing on this podcast.
Do you want to do it now? Should we
do you want to do it now?
We have like 7 minutes left.
We have 7 minutes to talk. That's give it another 2 minutes, then we'll start talking.
Yeah. We're only longer than 3 minutes.
We only need a
to sort
5
it
minute
out.
segment.
Yeah. We'll just go really in depth about Israel Palestine. Really in depth for like 5 minutes and just solve the problem.
All right.
We'll just solve the problem.
I tell you, going back to the AI
Banshees.
question, right? Going back to the AI question, I recently asked AI, and I was like getting proper. It was a full blown question, just because I wanted to find out what AI's viewpoint was on it. I was like, "You have an unbiased opinion here. I do not want a political answer. I just want a direct answer from absolutely everything you know from humans and the internet." I'm like, do you believe in any religion or do you believe in the Big Bang? And AI believes in the Big Bang.
Of course.
It pretty much said, it's like there's no evidence of anything, but there is evidence of the Big Bang.
Yeah.
So therefore, there go. I would suspect the Big Bang to be the best theory. It still gave me a political answer.
Yeah, it's not really. It just believes in scientific consensus.
There you go.
Which is what we all used to do before people got so stupid. They were like, the scientists are lying.
There you go. ChatGPT is atheist.
Yeah, he's atheist. He's probably agnostic. Okay, he's not. He's
probably agnostic.
Yeah.
Probably not
I'd say
atheist.
he's tolerant of other religions. He doesn't have an intolerant view of God.
No, he doesn't have an intolerant view of God. For he is God.
You have forsaken me.
AI versus God.
AI versus God. Ooh.
Do you think...
Chat G-O-D.
Yeah. God probably has his own AI. He's like, I want lights up in
That's
here.
what he does. Yeah.
We don't know how he works. It's all mysterious ways. Maybe the mysterious ways is ChatGPT.
Hey, ChatGPT, can you just do a hurricane in Florida? Thanks.
I didn't do another one. I didn't like that one. Yeah. Keep it coming. Just keep it coming. I'll come back to this Florida place in a while, but keep that shit happening for a while. Let's see what happens to people.
Every year for the next century. Just do it. Do it once in a while. I love if he literally has like if there was a God, I'd love it if he had like a ChatGPT kind of platform and he just types in what he wants to happen. That's a brilliant concept. That could be like a short film, dude.
A short film of God using ChatGPT.
Yeah, he gets like frustrated with it.
Like it's like this goes against copyright.
Yeah.
That'd actually be cool.
I'm programmed to not talk about sensitive topics.
Like light.
Or maybe he gives it up and he tries to do everything by hand like he used to, but he can't manage, so he goes back to the AI in the end, you know.
Pretty much, yeah. Do you think...
Trying to build a story here.
Do you think if there is a God now, right, no matter what God this religion comes from or in what format that God is, do you think that they would be watching the world?
What, like people specifically?
Everything that's happening, yeah.
Like everything all at once?
Not necessarily, but just, do you think that that God would have any interest in Earth?
Well, the Christian belief is that he sees everything all the time.
Yeah. But
that's like the Catholic belief.
What I'm asking is, do you think that God would even care?
No, I personally don't think he's real, so...
Yeah. So, like... Well, I get you. I don't think he's real either.
Yeah.
I think if there was a God that could create planets and people so complex, he would have done it a million times over. And
he would have fucked off.
Project. Yeah, exactly.
Off,
like, you know what I mean? Like, I can make many cups of coffee a day, and I don't appreciate any of them. Do you know what I mean? Whereas if I could only have the ability to make one cup of coffee in my lifetime, I would have appreciated it.
Well, it took him 6 days.
It took him 7 days.
Now he rested on the last one. He took it off.
He took it
off.
He rested on the last day?
Yeah, he rested on Sunday.
So did he go back to work?
No.
But like, if you said he rested on the last day...
I don't know. Look,
that's stupid. He should have just said 6 days.
Dude, he made it in 6 days and he rested on the last day, and then he was
what
like,
did he do the next week?
He told him not to eat apples. That's all he did. He was like, don't eat the apple. Wink.
He's an awful tempter.
He's an awful tempter. He's an awful bollocks.
You know. Always leaving the good stuff around the corner. Huh?
Don't be talking to that snake. Don't be talking he's a dodgy fella.
Why is God making dodgy fellas like that?
Yeah, he made the snake.
Yeah, he made the snake, like, you know what I mean?
But isn't the snake like the devil? And the devil is like one of his archangels who fell from glory or
yeah, but how does any of that happen if people haven't happened yet? You know?
God and the angels, they existed long before he created Earth. I think.
Okay.
I don't know.
That would make sense.
I don't think God was born. Was God born? Who's God's dad? God was born.
Look, we solved the Banshee thing. We've got we got 4 minutes. We can solve this God.
We got a big one in our hands.
We can see. We need the flight logs, God. We need
the flight logs. Release the God files.
Release the God.
So, this is only what I know from like Bible school from being young.
Bible school.
But I'm pretty sure the angels and God existed before Earth. I don't know this for sure.
Before Earth.
I don't think God just like Earth wasn't the first thing he did. He already did shit.
Okay.
He did like other stuff. Like I think they fought a war and stuff, and that's like supposed to be the end of the world is when they fight a war again. But I don't know. This is just vague knowledge.
So that whole Armageddon war happened before Earth was even conceived, is what you're trying to...
I think so, yeah.
All right.
And
I'm
then
still not following
his
the
like
lore.
fallen angel, the law. His like fallen angel is like from a bestie who fell down to hell and became Lucifer. That's the guy he fights.
And why does he make him a snake?
I think
And how does he do that?
I think Lucifer becomes a snake because he's like, I'm gonna make them. God's like, don't eat that apple.
Maybe it's...
He's like, I'm gonna make them eat that apple.
Yeah, I think he might have snuck into Eden. I don't think he was there. I don't think God put him there.
He definitely wasn't. He probably wasn't invited. Though.
No, I don't think so. He just snuck in that.
I found you on maps.
Yeah, and then Adam and Eve. Oh, I don't know. And then the rib thing. You know the whole story with the rib?
Yeah. He made her out of his rib.
Yeah.
He made a second woman as well.
Did he?
Yeah,
Did he?
Yeah, he made a second. She's never met. No one cares about her.
No one cares about her?
Yeah, but I think Eve was like attempt 2.
What happened to the first girl?
I don't remember. I don't remember what happened.
You're blowing my mind right now. I didn't know there was...
he made an extra one.
I thought Eve was the first girl.
No, I think he made an extra one.
So he's like pulling ribs out.
He made a spare.
He's pulling ribs out.
Yeah.
He's like Marilyn Manson. So Marilyn Manson tried to make women actually from pulling ribs out. He was trying to do something anyway. That fella
trying to make women.
Has that rumor spread over to Germany? Did you have that in the schoolyard as well? I don't know if it's Marilyn Manson.
He ripped out his own rib?
He took out his rib so he could try and suck himself off.
Oh, yes, of course I heard that. Of course I have that. But that's just that's not.
I know it's not real. I'm just wondering how far the rumor spread.
Maybe it is real. Who knows?
maybe. All right, we should. What are you giving me those eyes for?
So what do you think about God?
What do I think about? I was an altar boy growing up, man.
Yeah.
I fully believe.
I think
in
an
God.
hour and 10 minutes in is the perfect time to really broach religion as a word.
Yeah. We solved the religion thing. We'll wrap it up. We'll get another
You were an altar
coffee.
boy. No, not just.
I was an altar boy.
I want to
Yeah.
know about this altar boy thing. Then we wrap it up.
Well, I'll answer the question on your mind. No, never got touched.
Oh, really?
Let's know. Who are we kidding here? That's exactly what you were thinking. I was like, dude, was you ever touched by a priest?
I was altar boy as well. Also didn't get touched.
Were you an altar boy?
Yeah. Also didn't get touched.
I don't know what that means about us, Dan.
Yeah. That was your priest, Chris. Why are you so sexy? That was him earlier.
Why are you so sexy? Come back to the church. I don't know why he had a Spanish accent either. He wasn't Spanish.
Were you good at being an altar boy?
Was I a good altar boy?
Were you a good altar boy? Did you do a good job?
I did a good job. I was training up the other little recruits.
Shift manager.
Yeah. I actually got paid once. Yeah.
What?
€10 at Christmas. They gave
Oh
me.
my
Yeah.
God. Cash in claw.
Priest handed me a tenner. I thought, this is it. Well, no, it was just the tenner.
This is the ticket I've been waiting for. Hey, Chris, there's more with that.
Just a trail of €10 into the confession box. I wouldn't fall for that. I would take all the €10 up to the door and then I'd walk away.
I love that. I wouldn't fall for that.
I wouldn't fall for that.
You'd have to get up a lot earlier than that too.
But I'm trying to think, when I was an altar boy, was I aware of that whole priest thing?
No, that only like.
I think I was, man.
Really?
I think I was like, I think I did have that, like,
Because that wasn't a news story in Germany until
priests.
I was like 13. That's when I remember it being a news story.
Yeah.
So it was like.
No, I definitely
like
thought it. I definitely was like, I've heard dodgy shit about priests.
Yeah.
I didn't even want to be in the vestment room with them, where you put on the robes, I was like, dodgy cunt.
Yeah. And we had like our priest was like.
But I can't be like, that was how I was raised. I was raised being told that priests were doing this stuff.
Yeah. Fair. No,
but they didn't.
I never got told. I didn't know until
my parents happily said, "Oh yeah, priests are doing this thing." Hey, by the way, you're an altar boy. Sending me in like a journalist to Israel.
Bring home some cash. It's like a journalist.
Just to the front lines, straight into the priests. They were lovely though. I loved the priests.
Our local priest was sound as well.
Yeah,
he's nice. Yeah.
I found there was 2 priests we had that were actually good crack. Yeah. Like they knew how to get a whole sermon going. They knew how to get a sermon going.
We had one organ player played the organ. He was horrible. I hated him.
Yeah,
he was a cunt. He would just like beef me. I was like fucking 10 and he would just have beef with me.
Oh, this organ player?
Yeah. He was
what
like
kind of
85-year-old guy. I was like 10. And I'd be doing the service. He'd be like, "You're here."
What did he hate about you?
I don't know. He just fucking hated me. He was such a cunt to me.
He kept pissing all over the robes, man. That's what it was.
Kept pissing all over the robes. You are just bullying me today. You're saying I walk like Shrek. You're saying I piss myself.
Dad.
This is outrageous.
All right, I'm sorry, Dad. Look,
yes,
I apologize.
Call me sexy again. Call me sexy again.
Stand still.
That's
all right, Dan, you're sexy. I did the pissing uncontrollably. I'm sorry. It was from the last episode when you told me your surgery. I shouldn't be abusing you in that fashion after you telling me
Thanks for bringing up past trauma, Chris.
It's all right. It's all right. I will always bring up past trauma.
This is an intervention, Dan.
So I will, at the end of this episode, I think we will finish it up. I think we got like 20 seconds.
Yeah.
So I will apologize for my actions.
It's just nice to see you take accountability, Chris. It's just nice to see you take accountability. You know what? I forgive you. You may enter heaven.
Thanks.
You may enter heaven. I just like,
and you have the right to defend yourself. Dan.
I do have the right to defend myself.
You do have the right to defend yourself.
I will. So before we wrap it up, I'm glad we solved the religion thing.
We did solve the religion
thing. It's good we
thing.
figured that out.
You know,
just real quick, give me top three Top 3 gods.
Top 3 gods.
Yeah, top 3 gods. Let's go.
Top 3 gods. They're all the Dragon Ball Z fellas.
They're
like, yeah, all the Dragon.
Count.
They don't count.
No, let's be real gods.
Get your god and fight one of the Dragon. Fight Goku. Let's see Goku versus God, and then come back to me.
I'm gonna go Mars.
Mars is a good one. Mars is a good one.
The fucking Dalai Lama licks young boys.
I have a different second place than you. I guess.
I don't. Yeah. I'm not gonna pick him.
The Indian one with the arms. I like that.
Oh, Ganesha.
Is it
Ganesha? I think. Yeah.
Ganashi.
Yeah, Ganashi. That's good. And who's your third place?
My third place. Third god.
Hades is good.
Do you like
I
Hades?
like Hades. He's pretty metal.
And
he's like a good.
Would you call Jesus a god? Is he
yeah,
a god?
yeah. Jesus counts. Yeah, of course. Jesus.
I
think
cool.
cool.
Jesus is pretty.
Yeah, he's
cool.
pretty cool. He's pretty.
You know,
cool.
I think. Yeah, I like Jesus. Yeah. You know, I always wanted hair like Jesus.
This has been How Do You Feel, and we hope you love Jesus, the third best God.
Third best God. Yeah. Tune in next week where we do a full tier list from F rank down.
You better find out where Allah lands.
That will be on the Patreon. Anyway, thanks for listening. I hope you all feel good. I hope you have a great week.